Hey, it's Mike Zschunke with Berkshire Hathaway Homes and Shift Home Properties in Scottsdale, Arizona. Friday morning real estate market chat with Mike on our way to Paradise Valley meeting. Let's see, what do we got? We're going to talk about residential, we're going to talk about commercial, we're going to talk about economy and interest rates. Let's see, inventory first. We're starting to sound like a broken record. Slow. Actually, in the multiple listing service, single-family detached homes was only up 89. In Maricopa County, only up 24. In Scottsdale, single-family detached homes for sale was actually down 7. So there's just nothing coming on the market. It's real tight. We're working with a couple buyers now, and we're digging, looking at garbage for $1 million. So that's, we've been on the phone trying to find properties for these clients, and it's tough. It's tough. People are in a 2-3% mortgage. Why would they sell? So, it's funny. You'll hear in the news they talk about seasonality. Here in Scottsdale, in the Phoenix area, we don't have a lot of seasonality like you will in the other spring markets. We have it. You absolutely have to price your home right and sell it. What's that? Policeman. I absolutely have to price your home right and sell it by the end of May because it gets pretty quiet, more so July and August. But national sales, you'll see, came out. January existing home sales was up. Home prices in January was also up 5% year over year. It's homes are selling. Homes that are priced right are selling. Now remember, those are January numbers. Those are closings in January. Those houses who actually went under contract in the end of November, December, mortgage rates were down in close to 6s then. So now we're back up over 7%. It makes a difference in the big picture of things. Here's Scottsdale. We've got a lot of luxury, a lot of higher end homes. Actually, nationwide, 32% of home sales were cash. That's the highest since 2010. And remember, 2010 was right after the 2008 crash. So people were picking up deals and paying cash, a lot of investor properties. So this 32% super high. We see that more at the higher end of the market or on the investor side of the market too. So it's busy. There's a lot of buyers here. Sat in on an Arizona Department of Real Estate Brokers meeting this week, and Fletcher Wilcox was talking. He's great. He's one of the few, not one of the few. He's an economist. He's a realtor. Was a mortgage broker, and we agree a lot on the economy. He really knows how the bond market works and the economy, kind of like we do, and helps us stand out from the crowd. And he likes to look at population flows. Maricopa County was the #1 gain in population in 2023. LA County and Cook County were the bottom, the most people leaving. So a lot of them going to Texas, Florida. The East Coast tends to go to Florida. West Coast tends to go to Arizona. Scottsdale, I think Forbes magazine also came out, and Scottsdale was the #1 expected job growth for 2024. There's a lot of companies moving here. Right. So, thank you. I got it. Thank you. And got my coach here. And so there's a lot of companies moving to the area. When the companies come, they need... employees need houses to live in, and there's just not enough for sale. There's plenty of buyers here. So like I said, it's funny, I keep a pretty tight eye on the market of 85259. Look, it's like Oliver, an Old English sheepdog. It's cute. And it's interesting. The homes that have been on a while are priced too high, and the homes that sell right away, we're seeing a lot of off-market deals. And it's funny when stick to what you know. We are in the market every day. We know how to price your home. We know what sells. It's like the homes that are overpriced. I know the agents, and I know that they let the seller kind of push them around and will list it for that price that the seller wants. And I know the ones that are selling, they're the good agents. They have the experience. They know how to price a home, and those are the ones that are selling. The ones sitting on the market, they're not. So, stick with what you know. You'll hear like successful people. You pay people to do the things you don't know so much about. You stick to what you know. Pay other people to do what they're experts in. So it's just interesting. Watch the population flows. Commercial. Pay attention to the asset class. There's $544 billion of commercial loans maturing in 2024. But you got to pay attention to the asset class. A lot of that is office space. Office buildings, that's tough. Starting to see more office building conversions to apartments, but that's an expensive conversion. Think of how many bathrooms are in an apartment building versus an office building. And so you've really got, adding all that plumbing is expensive. Industrial market is strong, land strong, retail's pretty strong. The small business owner, they're opening. Retail's pretty strong. So let's see. We've got a 2,900 square foot building. We're coming soon in Tempe. It's a good deal. It's going to be about $1.5 million. It's a good deal for someone. We've just got to clean up some liens on it. Interesting. The Department of Real Estate Brokers meeting the other day. They were talking about a lot of fraudulent activity and a lot of hacks and things. And this client, he got caught up with a wholesale investor that kind of screwed him. But he's got the property back. But he's got to clean up a lot of liens on it from this person that he partnered up with. So, you really have to trust. There's a saying in the banking business back when I was with Bank America on the trading desk. And it was know your counterparty. You have counterparty risk. Know who you're doing business with. And that's why we do these lives. So you get to know us. You can see who we are. If you like us and want to do business with us, great. If you don't, that's fine too. The more we communicate, the more I know what you're looking for and how I can help you, the better job I can do. So that's kind of, what separates us apart from other agents, I guess you would say. Economy, it's rolling along. It scares me a little bit. Gotta get this government spending out of control. And I wish people would stop talking about the Fed cutting rates. There's absolutely no reason for the Fed to cut rates. The liquidity is super tight in the bond market, the mortgage-backed security market. And remember, if you go back 2 years ago, you'll see every agent that doesn't know how the bond market works. They'll say the Fed funds rate does not affect mortgage rates as rates were coming up. That's what every realtor was saying. They were just parroting what they heard somebody else say. Everybody's got an agenda, remember? So the Fed really has no reason to cut rates. They don't want to cut rates too soon. Think about late 1970s, they did, and all of a sudden rates shot up to 15 to 20%. So Chairman Powell definitely doesn't want to do that again. The only person that's talking about rates is the media and the younger generation that thinks they're too high. I don't think 5, 6, 7% is too high. If you're lending money, you need to have some sort of return on your investment. So, and it's also the bank reserves, they were raised. The government raised the bank reserve requirements. Banks are required to keep so much liquid. Actually, they trade it out in bonds, in government bonds every night. That's called the repurchase agreement market. And since banks on the commercial side especially don't have a lot of money to lend because they've got to hold those reserves so they are liquid. So there's just not a lot of lending out there. You may be able to get a decent rate, but you're going to pay a fee for it. So, we work with some good lenders, some lenders we trust, and we've worked with a few of them depending on your situation, what you're looking for. Actually, this week we were looking into some agricultural loans for a client who wants to pick up an agricultural property. So, I don't know a lot about them, so I made a call, and kind of point in the right direction and see if we can help our client that way. So anyway, don't pay attention to all that noise. Keep it simple. What it really comes down to, if you want to invest in real estate, if you want to buy a house, if you want to sell a house, every deal's different. Every situation's different. I think there's 22 documents in the purchase and sale of a house even, which is a pretty simple transaction. Just keep it simple. Stick to your budget. Real estate is the way to grow wealth. It's solid. It's just a good investment. It's a good, wise family decision. So anyway, I got to run in here. If we can help you buy or sell anything, if you have a question, if you're an agent that's working on a complicated deal and need some help figuring out how to be a little bit creative on it, how to get it done, just give us a call. We're here to help. We're an open book, and we'd love to help you. So anyway, we got to run in. We'll talk to you soon. Have a great weekend, and be smart, be safe, and thanks for watching. We appreciate it.